One of the craziest moments that I was responsible for while working at Barstool is how I was almost arrested and sued. I see the flame go. I think my roommate just burned in front of my eyes when I was almost arrested for working at Barstool Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third ever episode of The Bo Bennett Show, After Hours. We had very exciting news. We dropped our first episode today and got 3,300 views in under 12 hours. Thank you so much for all the love and support. This blew our expectations out of the water. Even crazier news. We have a potential sponsor just after one episode being released. Super excited. Thank you guys again. But with that being said, we decided to add a new segment to The Bo Bennett Show. You're going to ask the questions that we answer at the end of the show. But before we get there, I wanted to talk about how I got interested into podcasting and where this came about while I was working for Barstool Sports, or should I say, when I was almost arrested for working at Barstool Sports. In May 2020, I was hired at Barstool Sports in the middle of COVID, which sadly means I never got to go meet Dave Portnoy in New York because of the COVID restrictions. During my time at Ole Miss, I worked there for 3 years, and if you were ever on the Ole Miss Barstool account, that was probably me posting you. No hard feelings, it's okay. You can look the other way. And if you didn't get posted on that, you're welcome. I'm glad you have a career right now and a job. So you're very welcome for that. During my time there, I thought Barstool did a phenomenal job of giving you guidelines of what's out of bounds, what's inbounds. You should say this, don't say this. Gave me very clear structure and then allowed us to do what I think I do best, and that's just be creative. Make content. You guys are the boots on the ground. You know what's going on at your university, so make it happen. While I was there, I was basically the only person doing it for a long time. There's another friend that touched base on it, but honestly, the first time I ever went viral is what I wanted to get into. My buddy was making mushrooms that you eat, not the ones you're thinking of at home, I promise. He's making mushrooms and there was a grease fire. I stepped out of my room to make sure there wasn't an actual fire, hearing the fire alarm as I was standing in flip-flops and shorts. I turn the corner. I see my friend standing probably the same distance from me to you. There's a pot flame out of the counter. I'm just like, that's not normal, but I'm not really freaking out yet. I'm just kind of like, oh, we can still save this. We're all good. He has his back to me. As I'm standing there, I'm perpendicular to the door. He has his back to me. I said something along the lines of like, Jeb, everything all right? He's like, no, we got a problem. No shit, Jeb, we got a problem. There's a flame coming out of the pot. He turns. As he turns, I promise you, it's just like you see in the movies. Everything slowed down. Turns with a full glass of water, throws it on the grease fire. For all of you at home that don't know this, if there's a grease fire, don't throw water on it. You want to smother it, okay? Don't throw water. Standing about this far away, everything slows down. My head, this is about to be insane. Water hits the fire, goes up to the ceiling, wall of flame straight towards me. Everything's in slow motion. I promise you, this looks like I'm in the Matrix. I'm seeing the bullets fly at me and I'm dodging them. I see the flame go. I think my roommate just burned in front of my eyes. Don't even hear a screech. I turn to my right to go run, grab the door with my left hand. All I'm thinking in my head, Bo, if this fire touches your Jufro, you're dead. There's no stop, drop, and roll. It's over. Game over. Grab the thing. Feel the heat coming on my back as I'm trying to run out of my apartment. Bam. Grab the left-hand door handle. Swing it open. Run down the stairs. Get halfway down the stairs. Boom. I'm looking around. I'm like, I got to go back. I have to grab one thing. What am I grabbing? Snap back to reality. Boom. Run back into the apartment. Look to my right. Jeb's not dead. He's not burned alive. Jeb's A-okay. My other roommate who's Russian, Flint, he's okay. He's freaking out. We all grab our stuff, run out of the apartment, flood our apartment, and we're basically evicted. First time I ever go viral. Send it into Barstool. I'm like, already worked for this company, making you guys more content. Here you go. 5-6 million views within a day. That was my first ever taste of like, whoa, you're really viral. Everybody on campus was like, I can't believe that happened to you. Everybody saw me the next day, show up to my statistics test, like, how's life? I know it's not going too hot. I'm like, you know it? Yeah, I just had to move out in like 4 hours. Now I got to take this test. That's what really led me into podcasting and wanting to do my own thing, was getting a taste of like, oh, this is what it really is to be viral. It's kind of cool. I think it's obviously not the right way to be viral, burning down an apartment and flooding 3 apartments, one which was my brother's and his roommates. Sorry, guys. Love y'all. But that was the real first taste I got of when I wanted to go into podcasting and start something on my own. Another common question that I get is, when I was working at Barstool Sports, did I get paid? I had an affiliate marketing link, which basically means anybody who bought merchandise that we created through my link, I got 10 or 20% of, something like that. So to be completely honest with you, it wasn't anything groundbreaking, but it was definitely enough money to open your eyes. And if any of you can get involved with affiliate marketing, would definitely recommend it. Maybe once we have some clothing companies in our future, we could get something going. Who knows? Stay tuned. And yeah, that's just my first taste of really media. And I've never before that really cared for media that much. I was very focused on sports growing up. That's why Barstool Sports was very easy. I was like, I already know all this. And now it's just posting online and learning hashtags and trends. And all of that was a huge learning curve that I never really expected to learn being a finance major, but am super happy because it's led me to moments like this. And now I look at things very differently. And, oh, this means a lot for the marketing, advertising side of it versus us finance folks. We really just look at numbers, spreadsheets. How does this story tie into our future goal? And that's about it. One of the craziest moments that I was responsible for while working at Barstool is how I was almost arrested and sued. I was actually studying for a test. It's like 8:30 in the morning. You can imagine how I'm feeling. Got some statistics tests I got to take online. Not the happiest camper. Wake up, let's just get this post done. Let me study for stats, get that out of the way, and go on about my day, go lift some weights. I'm in underwear and flip-flops walking around my apartment. Post something on Instagram, don't think twice about it. Go do my test, get done with my test, about to go to the gym. Boom, phone starts ringing, don't know the number. Hi, hello, who is this? This guy says his name as if I know who he is. No clue who he is. I'm like, excuse me, sir, I don't know if you have the right number. Then he said my name. He said, is this Bo Bennett? I was like, yes. He's like, oh, this is such and such from wherever. Why are you talking shit about my bar? I was like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, you posted a video of a guy throwing a table off of the second story of my bar. And now I have my lawyers calling me about legal trouble. And I want to sue you guys if you don't take the video down. You can imagine. I just got done taking a statistics test. I don't give a shit about this bar. I don't want to get sued. Yeah, man, no worries. Let me take this down. Whatever. He's like, yeah, if this happens again, I'll definitely get legal involved because now I have to work with the city or whatever and get these, like, I don't know. He was super upset. A lot of legal stuff. He was like, you're going to get sued if you don't take this down. Had to take it down. Very scary moment. It was like 9 a.m. during COVID. Thought I was going to get arrested literally for just posting a video. I have actually led to the arrest of an individual on accident. This is actually crazy. Somebody sends in a photo. Nothing too out of the blue. Nothing compared to the videos I've not posted. There's some videos I haven't posted that are truly, I've just messaged them back like, you should never send this to somebody online. This should never have been recorded. No clue why you sent this to me thinking this was okay. It was something along the lines of there was a guy who was drunk walking through a parking lot, and I think he had a glass bottle he had just drank, and his friend's filming him as they're walking, and they're laughing about something. Grabs the handle, turns, throws it like this, shatters on the back of somebody's windshield. And compared to some of the videos, I know that's bad. I just posted it, not thinking anything twice about it. And I don't know if it was OPD or who did, but some law enforcement was like, I need this video and the name. And I was like, oh, okay. And I took it down, immediately took it down. And somehow they got the name. Not saying I sent it, not saying I didn't send it. Somehow they got the name. Fairly sure that guy got arrested unintentionally. So for that guy, yeah, don't be throwing bottles at people's cars. Horrible idea. But there's been crazy moments like that where there was unintended consequences, and I had no intention of making like anybody get hurt. The worst thing I really thought is like people or sorority girls would get mad if they got caught making out in public, which is like, that's an every weekend occurrence at the library. So I never thought that was a big deal. But stuff like that, that's when it really hit me. There's true consequences for some of the videos you were posting, and that you have like a lot more say than I really initially thought. I mean, to me, I was like, this is a funny video. Windshield's going to get repaired. Nobody got hurt. Everything's going to be okay. It was also when I was slightly more mature, as you can tell. Given that, I didn't think twice about posting this video and that it was no big deal. But yeah, running Barstool Sports, phenomenal. Working at Barstool Miss, obviously, those would probably be the videos that were a little outside the guidelines or on the edge that I probably shouldn't have posted that got out there. And it's just learning moments. You know, everybody learns. I think it was a great learning experience before I started this podcast, and now moving forward, I have the experience under my belt, and I've learned a lot about the reels, trends, things like that. Thank you to Joey behind the camera again for getting all the production set up and that side of things. But super excited for this journey and excited to see where this goes. And before we end today's episode, you ask the questions and I answer. And the question that was picked this week is, how do I get started with an investment portfolio and investing in stocks? First and foremost, I think you should invest in the S&P 500 as well as Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not take this as financial advice. This is just what I do, me personally. The S&P 500 is the top 500 American traded companies, publicly traded, that you can invest in. And they've been tried and true throughout time. They're usually a 7 to 10% return per year, which means your money should double by every 10 years if you just do it mathematically. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is an up-and-coming emerging asset. I think it has tremendous upside. It's more of a growth asset, if you ask me. And long-term, I think it'll be up there with the price of gold. I think it still can move to about 150,000 per token. That's just a projection on my end for Bitcoin in 3 to 5 years. I think it could be sitting around 150,000. You start this by downloading Robinhood or Webull and opening an account there. Or if you'd like to go talk to somebody with financial advice, you can get a broker or go talk to a financial advisor and have them help set you up. With that being said, that concludes episode 3 of The Bo Bennett Show After Dark. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Tune in next week for episode 4 and leave a comment on next week's question of the week. So thank you guys. Love you very much and have a fantastic day.